Hello, I'm Mia. I'm a current postgraduate maths student at the University of York. I studied the MSc Mathematical Sciences, however, I also studied my BSc in Mathematics here at York too. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about life as a student at York beyond the studying. So first I'm going to talk about the city and York itself. So there's a lot of tourist attractions in York, such as the Shambles, the Christmas markets, the independent cafes, and over 365 different pubs. Not only is there great things in the city, but there is also the designer outlet, the racecourse, and the North Yorkshire Moors close by. One great thing about York is the bus and train network. There is a bus that runs from campus through town to the train station every 20 minutes. The bus also runs during the night, so it's great to use on nights out. The trains are also regular all over the country. One of the more popular trains for York students is the one to Leeds, which is great for nights out and events there. So there's actually two campuses at York, Campus East and Campus West. West is the bigger of the two campuses and is where the maths department is, so all of your lectures will take place here. Also on Campus West is Heslington Hall, shown in the bottom left. Although students rarely get to go inside Heslington Hall, it is a great place to get pictures on your graduation or with your dissertation. Also on Campus West is Market Square, shown on the top left. Market Square's got everything that you need, including the hairdressers and NISA. It also has the student support services, which is where you go if you might need advice about things such as money or rent. It's also where the disability services is. There's also the information centre. The information centre is where parcels will get handed in our lost student IDs. But another great thing about the information centre is that if you spend all your money on a night out, you can get a taxi back to campus and they will pay for it in return for your student ID. The next day you can then go and pay them back. Also on Campus West is the biggest library. So this library has got three sections to it. The first is Burton, which is the silent study area, typically where you find students stressing over their dissertations. Then there's Morell, which is for individual study and also where the books are. In Morell, there's also some individual study pods and group study pods. Finally, there's Fairhurst, which is aimed at group study and has got massive whiteboards on the walls for students to use. There's also a kitchen in Fairhurst and a cafe in Morell. Another service that the library offers is the use of computers and laptop hire. This is for students who might not have access to their own or require a specific software. So the second library is on Campus East in the Piazza building. You can see that on the top right of the screen. Although there's no books in there, it's a modern take on a library which some students prefer to work in. A great way to get between the two campuses is by using the scooters. The scooters are free between the two campuses, as is the bus. Here at York, there is a college system. There's 9 different colleges, however, only Wentworth is aimed at postgraduate students. Most colleges have got areas for students to be able to go for a cup of tea, do work and play games. In Wentworth, they've got both a JCR and an SCR. These have got games consoles, board games, films and TV for students to use. One great thing that all colleges offer is wellbeing support. However, students can also find wellbeing support in their department through their supervisor or by the university's mental health service, Open Door. Colleges also put on events which are run by students on the college committees. The events typically change every term. So this term in Wentworth, they've got language exchange, pub quiz, afternoon tea and couch to 5K. The Student Union at York is otherwise known as YUSU. This is run by 5 elected students on a sabbatical. Pictured here are the current president, the sports officer, the wellbeing officer and the academic officer. They represent the students here at the university and they're a great place to go and talk if you think that there might be a problem. One of the great things that YUSU have done during the current pandemic is the introduction of the Forest, which is an outside bar. There is also other YUSU run bars and cafes across the campuses. At York, there is over 60 different sports teams. These include archery, badminton and YUSU. YUSU typically put on 2 ski trips a year for students to attend if they wish. York also has a sports competition against Lancaster Uni called Roses. York represent the White Rose and Lancaster represent the Red Rose. This takes place every year and the university take it in turn to host. There is also 2 gyms at the university, the Sports Village on Campus East and the Sports Centre on Campus West. The main difference between the two is that the Sports Village has got a pool area. With over 200 different societies, there is always something for everyone here at York. For example, there is the Bacon Society, Maths Sock and the Dog Society. There is also the Outdoor Society, who go for a walk to a different place every single Sunday. Not only is there a lot of societies, but there is also 16 different volunteering projects at York. One that I was personally involved with is Night Safe. Night Safe offer first aid and mental health support to students on nights out during term time. Another great volunteering service is Nightline. Nightline are a phone call listening service for students at both St John and Uni Off to be able to ring up and have someone to listen to them. That finishes all that I've got to say, but if anyone wants to find out more information about student life at York, a great place to look is the Student Life website on the university's page.